Ice Style, Frozen Fortress. The wave of white Zetsu were encased within a mountain of ice. Kakashi led a small group, each firing bolts of lightning at the stragglers. Their squadron had encountered more white Zetsu out of everyone, a good sign they were on Obito's trail. They were lucky to not meet any reanimated shinobi too, but the war had been going on for a month now, so their people were beyond exhausted. Kakashi had been taken off the battlefield more than once from chakra depletion. Haku was in the same boat, relying on taijutsu more and more in order to conserve her ice style for bigger waves of enemies. "More Zetsu coming from the south," a shinobi shouted. "Haku, you and the others fan out. I'll handle this next wave. Don't let any slip past me," Kakashi ordered. "Afterwards, we're moving ahead. These Zetsu have been holding us here longer than I'd like." Haku nodded, relaying the orders to the other ninja. She had to agree. They needed to keep moving. The sooner Obito was defeated, the better. The sooner that happens, the sooner we can be together, Haku thought, readying herself for battle. "Sakura, we've got reanimated shinobi approaching us. Some are wearing Akatsuki uniforms," Neji informed the medic. Sakura cursed as she continued her work. "Can you tell which ones?" "Hinata believes one of them is Nagato Uzumaki, though his hair seems to be white now. The other had Sharingan, so it's likely Itachi Uchiha." Sakura frowned. Neither was good news. They were sent here with likely one objective: the destruction of the shinobi force's medical facilities. Sure enough, seconds later she got reports of the same thing happening at the other camps. "Neji, get all of the wounded prepared for departure. We have little chance of beating them all, so our best bet is to flee. Our strongest will stay behind and hopefully slow them down. Have sealers on high alert. We'll need them at their best." The Hyuga nodded, dashing off to relay their orders. Sakura finished healing the worst of her comrades before they were carried away. The medical tent was left empty, Sakura stepping outside. Neji and Hinata were already waiting for her, their old teams readying for battle. "Got a plan, Sakura?" Kiba asked. "Kiba, Rock Lee with me. We are the heavy hitters, so Nagato and Itachi are our responsibility. Shino, Tenten, I entrust you to handle the rest. Neji and Hinata will cover the escape route." The Leaf Ninja all nodded, sprinting into action. Lightning style. Twin lightning dragon jutsu. Nagato attacked from a distance, sending jutsu after jutsu in their direction. Itachi helped the Uzumaki stand, Mangekyo's Sharingan activating. Amaterasu. Lee narrowly avoided the black flames, throwing a barrage of punches. Each was blocked by a mechanical limb that sprouted from Nagato's chest. Kiba and Akamaru came in from behind, blown away before they could get close. Endless blades. The reanimated ninja were consumed by the downpour of projectiles. None had any effect. Itachi looked past them, Sakura locking eyes with him. "Sakura Haruno, is it? I've wanted to meet you, but never got the chance." Sakura frowned. "Sorry it couldn't be under better circumstances. If you can speak freely, are you able to stop yourself?" "No, we are bound by Orochimaru. Speaking is the only thing we can do," Nagato answered. "We shall help you defeat ourselves. It is the least we can do. You, Shinobi in green, you possess the 8 gates technique, do you not?" Itachi asked, Lee giving a nod. "You shall require it to avoid my Amaterasu and Nagato's gravity control." "Summoning jutsu!" Nagato shouted, telegraphing his moves as best he could. "We'll handle them!" Kiba shouted as several creatures appeared. "Shadow clone jutsu! Man-beast combo! Three-headed wolf!" The fused Inuzuka and his dog charged the beasts, Sakura joining Lee in taijutsu. Itachi released Nagato, the Uzumaki falling to the ground. Sakura attempted to crush him, met with spinning chainsaws. Nagato was then picked up by his bird summon, firing missiles. "Sakura, we have to focus Itachi. His eyes are too dangerous to wait for later," Rock Lee shouted. Sakura agreed, the two dodging the Uzumaki's attacks while fighting the Uchiha. Sakura, you are a master of genjutsu. Taught by Kurenai, it's unlikely, but you may be able to use that skill to break us from Orochimaru's control, Itachi revealed. Are you sure? With my input, it may be possible, but you shall have to push me. Orochimaru will only make me use Tsukuyomi as a last resort. In the instant before I use it, you'll have a chance to counter the genjutsu and catch me in your own. Sakura nodded, an idea already forming. Lee, we have to go all out. Are you ready? Lee grinned. I'll do my best. Fourth gate. Gate of pain. Open. Lee was only a green blur. Itachi's Sharingan barely keeping up. Sakura joined in as well, destroying the earth below with each punch. Itachi used Amaterasu again and again, eyes bleeding profusely. But as a reanimation, he would not tire. There were only two ways to defeat them: seal the revived body, or completely destroy it. Thanks to Rock Lee's speed and Sakura's strength, Itachi was being chipped away, little by little. Ninja art! Reverse flow! Itachi's Sharingan vanished, thanks to the reversal of his chakra flow, giving Lee a clear opening. Using a pair of kunai, he slashed Itachi's arms off, Sakura sending him through dozens of trees. Planetary devastation! Everyone looked up as the small moon began to form above them. Nagato shouted down at them. Destroy the black core! Quickly! Sakura paled, ready to punch the sphere with all her strength. Two others were faster. Neji and Hinata jumped up, the gravity pulling them closer. Once close enough, both began to spin. Their combined rotation technique tore through the rock, revealing the black center. Tenten, now! Neji shouted. Ninja art! Endless paper bombs! Tenten threw a kunai, the storage seal on it spawning hundreds of paper tags. They exploded simultaneously, the black orb breaking apart. Nice work, Sakura shouted. If you guys can, keep Nagato occupied. Shino can take over defense. No need, Shino stated. Several others are already doing so. I shall help with Itachi. My insects will act as cover for you. What about the other reanimations? Most are dealt with. The rest can be handled by other shinobi. Sakura nodded, Itachi running towards them, arms starting to grow back. Shino's bugs covered the Uchiha, blocking his black flames from reaching the shinobi. Lee broke through Itachi's defense, Sakura punching through his body. Each hole was filled with insects, absorbing the reanimated body's chakra and slowing its regeneration. All the while, Itachi gave what instructions he could to Sakura on a genjutsu to counter Orochimaru. Sakura saw Nagato's destruction from the corner of her eye, knowing she needed to work fast. She had to create a genjutsu on the spot. Fire style, Great Fireball Jutsu! Lee swatted the flames away, catching Itachi in his arm wraps. The green-clad shinobi pulled with all his might, sending the Uchiha flying. Mid-air, he was covered in a red light. Sakura frowned, watching Shino's bugs pushed away by the Susanoo. Don't let him hit you, Sakura warned, remembering Sasuke's recount of his brother's abilities. Lee, I need to focus on this genjutsu. I need you to push Itachi as hard as you can. Right, Lee shouted, the aura around him growing in strength. Sixth gate! Open! Lee surpassed Itachi's Sharingan, though his punches were merely denting his Susanoo. Itachi swung his blade, Lee dodging both it and his shield. He was forced to back away due to more black flames. He landed beside Sakura, whose chakra was swirling around her fist. Lee understood instantly, gathering his own strength as well. Itachi charged at the two of them, desperate to know what they had planned. Even though he wanted his body to lose, he didn't know how they could, simply due to his limitless chakra. Insect style. Invisible chakra-eating parasite. Itachi felt the tiny bugs appear across his body, all of them glowing blue from the sheer amount of chakra they were absorbing. The red Susanoo dimmed slightly. Itachi thrown back from a devastating double punch from Sakura and Lee. Itachi's ultimate defense broke open, Uchiha now surrounded by Ceiling Ninja. Itachi knew he was one of the best reanimations Orochimaru had. The snake could only see through his eyes, not hear. The snake could only see through his eyes, not hear. So he was unaware of Sakura's plans. Thus, all the sealers were consumed by Amaterasu, Lee continuing his heavy barrage. Itachi felt more and more blood roll down his face, using Amaterasu once more. Itachi felt more and more blood roll down his face, using Amaterasu once more. Ninja art! Reverse flow! Sakura was behind the Uchiha without a word. Itachi unable to smile at the realization. His black flames were pushed back, spawning within his own body. Itachi immediately watched himself sever his own head to avoid defeat, a new body starting to sprout. But Sakura was on the move again, a reanimation seal in hand. Lee grabbed the Uchiha's head for her, Itachi breathing an internal sigh of relief. Orochimaru activated his Mangekyo Sharingan's second power, Tsukuyomi. Ninja art, cherry grove of endless beauty. Itachi's eyes rolled back into his head, all chakra coming to a halt. Sakura breathed a massive sigh of relief. Her genjutsu was in the process of working. One of two outcomes were possible. Itachi's reanimation would be undone, or his body would be under her control. It depended on what Orochimaru could do. It depended on what Orochimaru could do when his puppets were under genjutsu. Within the illusion, Itachi was stunned by its beauty. True to its name, he stood within a tranquil grove of pink trees. Even so, he wasn't sure what it would accomplish. All he could do was have faith in Sakura and her friends. Are you content with this? Itachi turned to see a mirror image of himself. Are you content with standing by and watching all you've done be undone? I have no choice. My body is not my own. Itachi responded to his double. Then do you wish to rest? No. I must do more. Sasuke is undoubtedly after Orochimaru. I must help him. Then you may do so. But first, you must break the chains. Itachi looked down, pink petals swirling around his hands and feet. How do I break free? Witness the beauty that is your life. My life has no beauty within it. I squashed it all with my own hands. Itachi replied, eyes downcast. Not the life of your present, the life that you wish to have, the life of your dreams. Witness and accept it will never come. Only then will you have the strength to act. But I don't deserve such an experience. And there are so many I wish I could live, so many things I wish I could have done differently. Your lives are as endless as the cherry blossoms. Itachi's double replied, Mangekyo Sharingan forming. Are you willing to create a better life, not for yourself, but for others? Itachi looked into his own eyes. After a painful moment of silence, he gave his answer. How long will your genjutsu take? Lee asked Sakura. I don't know, admittedly, Sakura replied. Hopefully will take some time. That way I can replenish my insects, Shino stated. The Aburame had spent most of his tiny companions, mostly on the dozens of insect clones, disguised as sealers. Lee was also in rough shape. The sixth gate had taken its toll, and Sakura was healing him slower than normal due to her own exhaustion. Let's hope Kiba, Neji, Hinata, and Tenten can handle Nagato, the medic muttered. Hundreds of miles away, Jiraiya and his stealth team finished eliminating a batch of white Zetsu. Kakashi and Haku were aimed for Obito, while his team moved silently ahead of them in order to find the birthplace of the Uchiha's army. So far, they kept it hidden, and Jiraiya was starting to think they were following the wrong leads. The Zetsu were too sporadic in their appearances, and they showed no urgency in protecting their birthplace. Lord Jiraiya, it's as you expected. Our Earth-style users confirm there aren't any locations nearby where the white Zetsu could be spawning, Zabuza stated, placing the broken executioner's blade on his back. We've been going in the direction of the white Zetsu whenever they appear. They must be leading us away, the sage grunted. Agreed. Obito Uchiha has an endless supply, so he must be willing to sacrifice them just to trick us. What are the chances their spawning location is mobile? Low, I'd imagine. If the white Zetsu are created by black Zetsu, I'm certain he'd be too focused on doing that. Movement would be a last resort. Zabuza nodded. Even if we can force him to move, then that should halt the white Zetsu army. A win-win situation. Jiraiya agreed, turning as their sensor shinobi approached them. I'm picking up 6 reanimated shinobi approaching our rear. To make it worse, each is carrying tailed beast chakra. Jinchuriki. I guess we have our work cut out for us, Jiraiya frowned, performing hand signs as the 6 Jinchuriki came into view in the horizon. Even so, we can't allow these 6 to stay alive. They're one of the biggest threats. The white Zetsu will have to wait. Zabuza smirked. Yagura will be one of them. Time to prove I don't need those kids to save me all the time. Jiraiya nodded in agreement. Haku, and especially Naruto, weren't here. They had to handle the Jinchuriki alone. That kid better not have escaped the Turtle Island. But, knowing him, it's probably too late to be worrying about that. The sage smirked. If you like what you just heard, consider hitting the subscribe button and bell icon to get notified about new videos. If there's a part you've missed, then check out the entire playlist on screen. If you like this story, please share it with your fellow anime lovers. Any support helps a lot. That's all for now. This is Ninja Kai, disappearing in a golden flash.